This is Fearless Radio's New Music Binge, and we have Lee DeWyze in the studio. You can give us a call, 312-224-8273. Very nice. Did you do that with me?
I did do it with you.
Fearless Radio Zeros.
I didn't want you to be alone with that.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I think you're the first guy that's ever helped me out.
I like to help out, you know.
All right. And if you want to IM Fresh Michelle, who's on the IMs today, Fearless Radio 00.
Fresh Michelle?
Fresh Michelle on AIM and Yahoo.
First name Fresh, last name Michelle.
And Fearless Radio on MSN. Yeah, she is fresh. She's freshy fresh. She's freshy fresh.
Absolutely. I have no answer for that.
I'm
not even going to go there.
No comment. No comment from Fresh
I am
Michelle.
your questions about why Michelle is fresh.
Oh my word.
And the other thing we were talking about a little bit off air is we've had a few cancellations on the New Music Binge and Daytime Debauchery and other shows. Bands on tour this year. Tough times.
Yeah, you're gonna run into that though.
Yeah, have you gone out on a tour?
No, we're working on one right now. So.
And how is Lee DeWyze going to cover the price of gas out there? I mean, I know you're going to get to nice venues.
We're gonna ride our bikes,
and
hang glide.
We're gonna ride our bikes, take ferries, sail. We'll do whatever we can.
Did you hear about the Chicago kids who are currently skateboarding from Chicago to New York City?
No, I haven't.
We're going to have them call in probably on Saturday. It's for a film, Shred America. That's their Columbia College students.
It's a lot of skateboarding.
That's a lot of skateboarding. And according to their blog, they're a little banged up. But here's another idea. A skateboard tour.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm all for it.
Are you a shredder? Are you a skateboarder?
Back in the day, I tooled around with it, but, now I just drive.
We've got to figure out a way, man, because driving is... I don't know how much longer we're going to be able to do it.
Camel or
hitchhike.
Horse and buggy.
I like horses.
Horse and buggy we could actually do because we could put some gear in the back.
Yeah, get one of those. Borrow something from the Amish.
Oh yeah. Me
They've got
and
those
the
black
Amish are real close too.
You're
Don't
tight?
get me wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, they're your bros. You know.
Yeah, I was just down in.
Just look at him.
I was. It was good. That's good. I'm part Amish. I was down in. I was in the Smoky Mountains just recently. And we were, goofing around down there, and we had a run-in with the Amish, but it wasn't a negative run-in. It was pretty positive. So I think the Amish have got my back on this.
Yeah, I bet they do.
We won't even use amps. We'll just play straight acoustic sets just to keep them happy.
Oh yeah,
You know.
Do they? You know what? Do they play instruments?
Oh yeah, yes they do.
I've been down to the Indiana Amish.
Oh yeah, they'll get funky.
They get down.
They get down.
Living in an Amish paradise.
I wish I did.
Weird Al.
Weird Al, yeah.
They don't got to worry about gas prices. That's all I'm saying.
No, and I think they've got it right. But it's troubling to me. And I these bands are great. The kids are great, and I hate to see it all have to go. I hate to see them not be able to do the rounds and reach out to fans in different cities the way they have in the past.
And that's how they make their money.
Yeah.
They're not so.
If it's meant to be, it's meant to be, and it'll happen. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Gas prices are a problem, and I gather that's kind of the impetus.
A little bit.
Behind the cancellations.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
things ain't the way they used to be back in the day.
No, they aren't. And I have a lot longer back in the day than you do, my friend.
Well, no.
I remember the lines at the gas station.
I'm only
back
22 years
first
old.
Time
when I started driving, the gas prices were like $2 lower. So I never thought I'd be saying back in the day, but I can say back in the day because it was like
3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I just got my license.
I've been driving longer than you've been alive.
There you go.
Isn't that sad? That sad? Oh, my goodness. Well, we have Lee DeWyze in the studio with us on the way to Emergenza and Germany.
Yes,
and I would love to have you play us a live tune.
I'd love to.
Would you do that for us?
Absolutely.
And what are you playing?
This one's called Flower Child. And so it's one of my songs that are not on the album, but it's one of my favorites.
Oh, Fearless exclusive.
Yes,
excellent.
absolutely.
All right. Well, whenever you're ready, just take it away.
Everybody hates you today, a superstar by tomorrow. You gotta put a smile on just to hide your sorrow. And you have walked where others fear to tread, and there's a light out there. You gotta reach out your hand, so you gotta go find some love. There's a whole lot of love to be got, and you're my flower child, and I'm your forget-me-not. And all your friends disappear, and you feel so alone, and the only thing you're dreaming of are memories of home. So love me today, forget about tomorrow, 'cause there's a light at the end, and I'll take away your sorrow. You gotta go find some love. There's a whole lot of love to be got, and you're my flower child, and I'm your forget-me-not. Everybody hates you today, superstar by tomorrow. Everybody, superstar by tomorrow. You gotta go find some love. There's a whole lot of love to be got, and you're my flower child, and I'm your forget-me-not. Flower child, and I'm your forget-me-not. There you go.
That was fantastic. Flower Child, very beautiful. Very beautiful. Is that going to be up on one of the upcoming CDs?
Yeah, we're actually recording right now, still, you know, because that, you know, you just always record, and we're going to be doing something with that one way or the other, so.
Okay. Well, I would imagine that you've got a few things on your plate with Emergenza, you know, before then. But, again, that was Flower Child by DeWyze. He is going to be out at Metro Saturday night. Get your tickets now because they're going to be a little pricey at the door, but you're going to get 14 bands. But who you really want to see here is DeWyze.
And I throw that last one out to Amy, by the way.
Ah, very nice.
Just throwing it out there.
Very nice. One of your fans?
You could say that.
Are we on a four-way tie now?
She makes a lot of cupcakes.
She makes a lot of cupcakes.
Let's just say that.
The theme of today's new music binge would be cupcakes.
The brownies aren't bad either. Let me reiterate that.
We got cupcakes out on the street. We got cupcakes at the show. And, we
saw a bunch of
cupcakes everywhere.
Yeah. Cupcakes and Australian wine. And that's tickling a few of the off microphone people.
That may be my next album title. Cupcakes and Australian Wine.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
You should just write that down right now. Otherwise, we'll steal it for a band name.
Hey, what you gotta do.
Oh, awesome stuff. So let's talk a little bit. You're kind of young and fairly, and I don't know how old Woolly Records is, how long you guys have been around, but obviously the music industry has changed quite a bit. Touring is just a tiny part of it because we see a lot of people you make their money on tour mostly by selling their CDs, their merchandise, their getting kids out to the show to tell other kids. What do you see as the biggest changes
in the music industry as a whole?
Since you started, yeah.
Well, I think that the biggest change since just what I've seen it has to be it really. Nowadays, there's a lot of good bands out there. I mean, everyone wants to be a musician. Everyone's in a band, and that's I support that completely. But I think the number one thing that's changed is that it really doesn't matter how good or bad or whatever you are. I think that it's a lot about image now more than it is the music.
Okay.
Which I understand.
Very good point.
That's the way things are, now, and image sells, whereas maybe a couple years back, you got music, you're good, and you're on your way to, doing whatever it is that you want to do. Now, you look the part, it can get you places. So I think a big part of it is trying to find a way to be different in your music, and it's hard. It's hard because I've seen a lot of bands that honestly I wouldn't pay $1 to go see, but then I've seen some bands and they're unbelievable, and they're in some club that and they may never get discovered or never sign to a major label or anything, but they're really good. So I think a lot of the music industry is changed in that it's a lot about image now, but even more.
Like I have a great face for radio.
Ryan's got a great face for radio.
Oh, no.
But that's not to say that there's not a lot of bands out there that are making it that are good. But
right.
I'm sure everyone out there listening, and you can name a couple bands that have made it, and and when I say make it, I mean get to that level of popularity.
Yeah, they're played every 10 minutes.
Right.
And they're on
I
the
try
cover
not
of
to
every
listen to the
magazine.
radio anymore. I want to, but it's like
Clear
you turn it
channel.
on, and it's the same song every time, and it's a lot about image. What's hot? What's in? And there's a big market, I think, out there, for bands that are actually good. You know what I mean? And so that's why I think the grassroots way is almost, it's kind of dwindling as far as, I'm going to make it, I'm going to do things my way. But it's hard not to go through that, in quotes, selling out way of doing things. But, if you want to get heard anymore, what can you do? You know? So it's kind of just, I don't know.
Well, and I think the whole MySpace revolution and CD Baby and all of the different sites have the blessing and curse of adding to that mix. Everybody that wants or feels like they have a musically creative bone in their body can get themselves out there, get pictures out there, get music out there, connect with other people and try and sell them on their band.
Totally.
And it's wonderful. It's wonderful. But it's also a little difficult to kind of sift through, because, wow, they got a really sparkly site and they have a wonderful number of fans on there. And then you go, is it just me? Or is this music really not something I'd want to play?
Well, right. It's almost as if the way I think about it, it's like there's one door to this giant, castle, right? And you got, back in the day, you have a couple people walking in it. Now you have like the whole world trying to jam through this door, and they're all, it aggravates me at times. But other I understand why. I'm doing the same thing, But it's just like nowadays anybody can do it, I guess, So it's just like, hey.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, too, that there are bands out there who have the look and the talent and, and they work their asses off. And maybe you don't appreciate that, that whole, whatever kind of look they're going for, the hardcore punk look or the pretty boy look with ironed hair and, gorgeous makeup and everything, prettier than I am, which isn't, saying that they're stunning, but... sometimes they are when they come in. They go.